10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Hi, I'm Jennifer Karum, writer, producer, actress.
And I am Ryan Atkins, producer and director of photography of the horror thriller feature, The Curse.
We've produced projects such as Conrad series that is in front of networks, that's a TV pilot that stars Harry Lennox from The Blacklist, Eric Roberts, Mia Tallarico, Hisham Tawfiq, and has really turned heads with the production quality. And we've done many other projects as well.
One project we did in the past, The Nest, which is an award-winning short film which has been licensed by NBC's Chicago Fire.
Some of the footage can be seen, and we did it with amazing backers like you.
Our film will be directed by Jeff Hare, who is well known in the horror thriller community. He has worked on projects seen on networks such as FX and Lifetime, and we are thrilled to have him on board, and he is just as thrilled for this project.
We've also added Enrico Colantoni, who will play one of the main characters. If you're a fan of Galaxy Quest, Person of Interest, and Just Shoot Me, you probably remember this face. We are so thrilled that we've been able to add such incredible talent to the project, and he is playing one of the leads in our horror thriller, The Curse, which is about a young lawyer who finds himself in a twisted web of murder and deceit brought on by a dark force from his past. But we can't do this without you and your support. And one of the exciting things about you being a backer on this project is we always hit our goal.
The Curse has acquired a letter of intent for worldwide distribution from a well-known distribution house, and that is something our backers can really take advantage of.
This means that if you back this project, this is a project that will definitely hit the shelves, even the theaters, and will make great success for all of you involved.
You also can take advantage of some of our perks.
You can have opportunities to be on set, get a director chair with your name on it, become an assistant producer, get a background role, even meet the celebrities, get signed scripts, posters autographed by some of our celebrity talent, and have a chance for your starring role as a featured extra in this project with celebrity talent.
Who wouldn't want that? With your help, we can make this project great and gritty and powerful.
And keep you at the edge of your seat. So become a backer today and join the team.
Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. We're super excited to have you guys here.
I am the writer, producer, and actress of The Curse, and pretty excited about the thrill, the psychological factor. If you guys like Hereditary or you like shows like Little Fires Everywhere, this is the proper project for you to get involved with.
I am Ryan Atkins, Jennifer's business partner and for Lakefront Pictures, but also I am one of the producers and also the director of photography for the project. We are really very excited for what we have going on here. Jen wrote a outstanding script, and it has been vetted by several folks that it's raised a lot of eyebrows, and so we want to connect with as many people as possible with our campaign and with this live stream to say, hey, what's up, and also see who wants to get more involved with our project. And so here we are having a grand spanking time, and we're looking to have a really fun time tonight.
Hi, Shanice. We're excited to hear that you're interested in the project. There's a lot of exciting things that we're doing that Angela will jump in and tell everyone all about. But we've been hosting a campaign, which is located on screen. And there's many ways for you to get involved. It is a union project. We can give people opportunities for auditions. We cannot guarantee a role, but we can guarantee some background opportunities. So great ways to be on set, great opportunities to network and meet friends and make new friends. And we're really excited. And thanks, Pete, for the wonderful comment. It's going to be an awesome movie. It's going to be a thrill.
Some Facebook users said, hey, you guys. So whoever you might be, hello.
So, yeah, we're here. We're wondering if anyone has any questions for us. Angela, if you're going to hop on and join us here on the main screen and introduce yourself as well. Our publicist put this together for us. We're very excited to have her here. Angela, if you want to introduce yourself.
I usually just do the orb through my live feeds because I'm working so hard in the studio for you. But hello, my name is Angela. Many of you already know me, but give me a moment and I'll put my face up here so that, there we go. I have everything all set up, and we've got quite a few people watching us on 8 different platforms. If anybody has any questions, please post them in the comments. Hello, Josh. Thanks for joining us.
Looks like we have a question from a Facebook user, Shamar. Shamar Rice. Yeah, so auditions, great question. We will have most of those in August, kind of mid to end of August, since we're slated to film September after Labor Day. So stay tuned for that. They'll be on Breakdown services. If you guys have agents, Actors Access, tell them to keep their eyes peeled, and we will post on our social media pages so that everyone is up to speed when that pops in. So very excited for those opportunities.
Angie, baby, is that you, Ron Russell?
It just might be. Ian Smith, hello.
Hi, Courtney Flowers. How are you? Thanks for joining us. And Shanice Rhodes, you've been in about 6 or 7 movies. Which ones?
Tell us about it.
Also, Jennifer and Ryan, we've got 2 of our stars from The Curse in the green room, and I'd like to introduce them, and I'd like to step back out. I will keep questions popping up for you guys, and I see everything and hear everything, so let me go, and we're going to introduce first. Who would you like, Jennifer, Ava or Rebecca?
Whomever you want. Bring them on both down. Bring them on both.
All right, so first up, we've got Rebecca Kennedy, and she is one of the stars from The Curse. Hi, Rebecca. How are you?
Good. Hi, guys. How is everyone?
Rebecca, hey.
Hello. Thanks for having me.
So this is the only time you'll see Rebecca with a big smile on her face, because when you see her on screen, she's not going to look so cute. she's gonna be a little bit scary for y'all. And then there's Ava, who plays my sister.
Hi. Hello.
So do you want to tell us who you're going to be playing?
Oh, I'm going to be playing Callie. She is our star's younger sister.
Yeah, and who is our star played by?
RJ
From?
Knight from Breaking Bad and other projects.
So if you're a Breaking Bad fan out there, you should be in this chat room right now because RJ Mitty, who worked with Bryan Cranston, is going to be playing our star Tommy, who is haunted by that girl, Rebecca. We won't say why. You'll have to watch and tune in as to what leads to that or what kind of hauntings happen. But it's definitely going to keep you guys up at night. We got our first question here from Amy. She wants to know, what was the inspiration for the movie? Well, Ryan, you might want to start with that since the horror thriller was your idea originally.
Well, we were finishing Conrad, and I don't like to stay stuck for too long. Writer's block is definitely a thing, and I'm not really a writer. I do it kind of as a hobby, but I guess writer's block can also, it can also, transfer over to just creative block, I guess, if you want to call it that. But anyway, I wanted to do something different, and I mentioned to Jen that I've always wanted to do a horror film, and a lot of horror is also thrilling as well. And so we collaborated at first on just the general idea for what this thing might be, and it turned into a feature film. And we just collaborated on just what kind of horror do we want to showcase in here, because as all you horror fans know, there's a million different kinds. You have slasher, you have demonic / spiritual, you have Ghostbusters, kind of ghost things like that, and great film, by the way. So there's a lot of different kinds, and so we decided on what we wanted to do, and Jen essentially took off from there. I mean, I sprinkled in some of my ideas, but we came out with a fantastic script, and now here we are with two amazing cast members already attached and confirmed for the project, and there we have it. A question from Vicky. I'm not going to be able to pronounce your last name, unfortunately, so I'll just say Vicky. Where will this be filmed? Fun. This will be filmed in, I want to say, Chicagoland, the area surrounding the Chicago metropolitan area. For the most part, it'll be in the city, the city limits, but probably some suburbs here and there. So that's the answer to that one.
We also had another question about Rebecca. Somebody said, isn't Rebecca the star of Law and Order? So, Rebecca, who are you?
I wouldn't say I'm the star of Law and Order by any means. But yes, I did do an episode of Law and Order SVU a few years ago. So,
And was amazing at it.
Oh, thank you.
So, Avo, there's a question for you. How do you feel about playing Cali? If you feel any connection between you and the character. By the way, I'm a massive fan of Miss Bianchi. Ooh, Lane
Wow.
Colton has a fan. You have a fan.
That's sweet. Actually, I feel like me and Callie are pretty similar. She's kind of a sassy, I would kind of say moody teenager. She has her opinions. She also does a lot of like the social media TikToking and stuff. And I think that we're really similar in that sense. And I feel like the sibling kind of banter between her and her siblings in the film, and then me and my siblings, is pretty similar. But yeah, I feel like we have so many similarities.
That's awesome. Shanice loves Law and Order, Rebecca. Yeah.
Same.
It's been, I'm still trying to get on that show. I'm still trying to meet Mariska. Okay. I can't believe you worked with her.
Goals, really. Goals.
Yes, goals. So we got another question from Jackson Everest. How close are you to your stretch goal and how many days? So I believe there's 9 days left, and we are, 2,300 away?
I think in January we're about 5 days out, so we don't have a ton of time, but enough time for people to chip in if they're really feeling it, and we would definitely love the love.
Guys, we're going to have prop giveaways. So just so you know, you guys could get some really cool thriller props. So tune in, check out the campaign. There's some cool things. You can get a shout out on social media from Ava. So there's that. She's got many followers. She's pretty popular on there. So yeah, we're at $28,165, which is amazing. We can't thank you backers enough. You guys are incredible people.
Yes.
We are so blessed for all of you. Our goal was 25,000. We're already above our goal with 5 days left. So guys, that's huge. So obviously there's a lot of fans out there, and we're excited to thrill you even more. Yes, Jordan, we will get there. He's absolutely correct.
We had a question from Kendall. What scene are you most interested? Well, interested. I can read today. What scene are you most excited to shoot, Ryan? That's like saying like, what's your favorite movie? I hate that question because it changes all the time. I had to list of about 25. Anyway, I am under so many different NDAs that I helped to write. It's ridiculous. There is a scene where our main character Tommy, played by R.J. Mitty, he is woken up by a presence, and we are discovering with the character there's more presence stuff going on, and he sees his sister doing some really weird things, I think it was played by Ava actually. And this scene will be combined, the end of the scene will be a mixture of practical and visual effects of things that Ava's character ends up doing to Tommy. And the way that's one of the test scenes I have broken down initially, and it's a super cool scene of how I'm hoping to accomplish that. And so for right now, that's my most favorited scene to capture on camera and in post. So there's the answer to that one. We have another question from a Facebook user. Is the girl coming out of the painting one of the girls?
Well, I guess I can sort of say something. If you look very closely at the poster, who does that look like, everyone? The girl on the bottom right. Just a small hint. Yeah, so Rebecca plays Millie. Who's Millie? I don't know. I guess you're going to have to watch. But Millie is Millie. And we have a lot of fun with Millie, and Millie seems to have a lot of fun with us, especially the Olsen family. So that'll be interesting. But yeah, no. So obviously Ryan shared a little tidbit that something happens with Ava. So Millie gets around. So we'll learn about it.
Similar-ish. Is this going to give me nightmares? That is depending on the person. I hope not. I mean,
I want to jump in actually.
I mean, this film is for horror fanatics and thriller fanatics. I mean, look, I got nightmares from watching Jurassic. So Jurassic Park and Ghostbusters are what got me into filmmaking. Not immediately, but eventually. And you know, there are some movies that I've not seen yet, like Jerry Maguire. You know, just name one of them because
you haven't seen Jerry Maguire.
Never allowed me to see it. I
wouldn't have admitted that.
And so, one movie that they did allow me to see at a young age, and it scarred me for a little while, was Jurassic Park, and that one gave me nightmares because I wasn't used to the kind of terror that was going on, and so. You know, if this does give you nightmares, honestly, that's an emotional response. We did our job. So, you know what? I hope it does. That means that you remembered it in some way, shape, or form. So we hope that you love what goes on here. We don't plan to go out quietly, but it's not going to be a slasher. It's going to be spiritual, more demonic kind of horror, but I don't want to give too much away because we want you to experience it.
I will say one thing on the writer perspective.
Yeah.
One of the things that's really important to kind of emphasize is this story isn't just a thriller. It's got a very strong depth of kind of a plot that really focuses on familial pressure and collective guilt. And the question you have is Tommy really being haunted, or is it his subconscious? And it, you know, it has a lot of values to it in terms of the way we treat others, how we respond to people, what are the consequences of our actions. So, you know, it's interesting because yes, there's a lot of thrill and there's a lot of, you know, things that will make you jump out of your seat because, you know, even as a writer, like I would have trouble writing in the middle of the night. Like I always write between 12 and like 4 a.m. Usually like 3 a.m. to 4 a.m. is my hot spot to like, my brain just has all these ideas. I have none during the day. It's all in the middle of the night. But I got like scared to be the only one awake writing the story. Like I would text Ryan and be like, are you awake? I'm about to write a really scary scene and I'm a little freaked out right now. So yeah, I even scared myself. There's a jail scene and there's some things that happen in the jail and I was just like, okay, I'm like freaked out right now. And I like thought I saw shadows in my wall. I'm like, all right, we're done. I'm going to bed. But yeah, you know, again, it's not, like Ryan said, it's not a slasher. You know, I know a lot of horror fans love slashers and that's amazing. For me, I just, you know, when I write, I really like to have depth to my stories. I like to have things that make you think and wonder and question and be like, what did I just see? And I love a cliffhanger at the end. So just a little tidbit, there's enough for more series of this. It's not going to just be one movie. It's going to be a franchise. Get ready for the curse.
Speaking of that, Jen and Ava and Rebecca, Kendall's question for all the actors, what is your favorite thing about acting? Just keep the answers fairly brief because we do have more coming in. But
Rebecca, why don't you start?
Yeah.
Oh, so many things. But I'll be brief. I think one of my favorite things is just stepping into someone else's shoes. Anyone that's ever seen anything I've done, I play a lot of dark and quirky and odd. And as you'll see in this movie, this is no different characters. And I love just exploring stuff that I don't get to in my everyday life. I think that's just fascinating. And I'm always curious about those kind of roles. So that's one of my favorite things. So I'm excited to participate and get to be in this movie and get to do another role that's very outside the box.
Awesome.
Ava, what about you?
Oh, I completely agree. I guess I can't really say that for this role because I feel like Cali is so much of me. But another thing I really love is meeting new people on set, forming new connections and making friends that do the same thing as you is really nice.
Nice. That's awesome. Ava, how would you describe the movie?
Oh, when I read the script, it's really suspenseful. It's not predictable. You don't know what's going to happen. I feel like that just makes it a lot scarier, I guess you would say. Sometimes in horror movies you can kind of guess what's about to happen, but here I had no clue, and that just kept me on the edge of my seat.
That's awesome. What about you, Rebecca?
Yeah, I would absolutely agree. When I was reading it, I didn't really, like she said, know where it was going at all, and I loved that. I'm really excited to see how you guys film some of these scenes. So really exciting, really fun to read. So I'm excited to see how you're going to do them all. Yeah, the script just for me was just really exciting. I think you guys are going to, like they said, be on the edge of your seat, not know what's coming, hopefully get some nightmares, be a little scared, have some fun. I think all of those things.
Nice.
Jeff Zarinelli. Jen, did you answer the question?
Which one?
The one that they were just answering about what's your favorite thing about being an actor.
I did not because I didn't want to steal people away.
Come on, we don't want to skip people. We'll get Jeff's question in a moment.
I love encapsulating myself into someone else's story and thinking about like being a part of their life or experiencing something different than what I've always experienced. And I've always like wanted to live, like when I was little, I was always like, oh, I want to try it like that, or I want to have their experience, or I want to do this. And so I think it's fun to immerse myself into another story and not have that insecurity of who's Jenny, but just like, who is Callie in this character? You know, like just having an experience of living in someone else's shoes is definitely a lot of fun. Building relationships. I love being on set. I love the chaos that is on set. It's just a lot of fun, and I love like building relationships. So
that's awesome.
It's a good time. Thanks, Ryan.
Yeah. So Jen, you and I from Jeff Zarinelli. Spoilers. Do you see any potential of a sequel? Yeah.
Yeah.
Simply put, there's
a lot.
There's a lot of different. I don't want to ruin anything, but
you're going to learn about each character.
Yeah, I think once you're done with the film, there's more that you have not learned about just yet. And I think there's hopefully it turns in remotely like the Star Wars franchise, just not hopefully that large. That would be a lofty goal of mine.
Yeah, I think to kind of expand on that, for me, I love where you write about stuff where there's like this modicum of hope, and you take people on this journey, and then you rip the rug from under them, and you go, wait, what? I thought we were gonna end here, and then they're like, wait, I have to know what happens. And I love taking people on a journey, and I love making them think something's gonna happen and then it doesn't.
I think it's psychologically interactive is what I think.
There's people that are killed off, but then there's people who are not killed off that we learn more about.
Right.
Is that the easiest way to answer that? So yes, there's a sequel. There's already one in the works.
So moving on from there, Phil Miller.
Hello,
what
Phil.
Inspired the story? How long did it take to write the story? And what was the most challenging part of the writing? So this is kind of all Jen.
Wow, what inspired the story? Well, I have a full disclosure. I don't watch a lot of scary movies. I do, but not a lot, because I'm scared of them. But what inspires me is the thrill factor. I did watch Hereditary and I loved it. But Conjuring was terrifying. The Omen was nightmarish beyond, I don't even know if my stuffed animals talk. No, but I love Little Fires Everywhere is like a favorite TV show of mine. And I'm very inspired and motivated by stories that make you think. And I really wanted something that I can take, kind of a story that has a really thick plot, and add an element of a genre that people like to watch, and juxtapose those two together, like things with like stories on a global level juxtaposed with interpersonal dynamics, and just thrush them together and see what comes of it. And it's something that I really love doing. So that was kind of my, I guess, inspiration behind it. The most challenging part of writing. It's interesting because in writing, there's so much that needs to happen in a scene for it to be a strong scene. You really need, it's amazing how much being an actor has helped me be a writer. Because when you're writing, if your characters don't have two opposing wants or objectives, you don't have a scene. You really don't. And that's something we learn in acting. Like, what is your objective? What is your goal of the scene? What do you want from the other person? What do you need from them? Because if you don't have that, you don't have a motivation to say what your lines are. So I had to really encapsulate each character, get inside their brain. And I realized how all of these characters had pieces of me or parts of me that I never have, that I have thought about, or things that are wouldn't it be interesting if I could make the world do this because that's what I want? Well, that's what my character is going to do, but it's interesting because when you write a scene and you it's easy. Once I have the scene, I'm like, okay, I know I'm going to write, and I start typing. And then I'm like, all right, now to the next scene. And sometimes it was hard for me to figure out what is my motivation from one scene to the next. Because you can't just put a bunch of scenes together. There has to be an overall objective of your story. What is the goal of the whole story? What is the goal of each character? Which character are we moving with? How does this move your story forward? How do I make sure this scene does not get cut? Because everything is cut in the editing floor, So you have your writer's story, your director's story, and your editor's story. So there's actually 3 stories. So I had to think about. So that was pretty challenging because you have to really, really encapsulate yourself into understanding these characters so in depth that you know them so inside and out. And it's not just oh, I know the lead. No, I know people all the way down to the one-liners. What was the motivation between the guy who's mean to Olaf, one of the characters in it? Well, he's jealous of Olaf. Great, put it in there. Why is he jealous of Olaf? So there's just all these things that you have to think about, and it's a lot of fun. It really is. So, sorry, I hope that answers that question.
No worries. We had a question come in from artist Mrs. Kim. So no one is killed off.
There are people who are killed off.
Okay.
I just can't say who.
Next question I see. Ian Smith. Is there any graveyard locations?
Yes. That's all I can say.
The simple answer is yes. Yeah, we're not gonna be able to give the script on this on this live stream.
But there is a graveyard and there is a stone.
Yep.
And big shout out to our friend Joe Russo over at the Hillside Russo Chapels.
Russo's Hillside Chapels, yes.
Yes. So we have a gravestone coming from over there and a graveyard that we're filming at.
Mm-hmm. Indeed.
It'll be fun. So yeah, we are excited. So does anyone else have any other exciting questions for us? It sounds like you guys have a lot of thoughts about horror films. Ava, why don't you share with people like what your interest is in thrillers, and do you work on a lot of those?
I worked on a horror film. It was the opening scene. It ended up being completely cut out, but it really kind of before that I've always been a very nervous, paranoid, scared person. And so I never really watched horror films because I wouldn't sleep and then my parents would get mad at me. But yeah, after that I sort of got more into it. I'm more into the true crime sort of aspect. I watch a lot of documentaries, more that kind of stuff, so not like jump scare horror. But I guess that's kind of like my relationship with that.
What about you, Rebecca?
I do love horror films. I started watching them when I was 11. I watched the miniseries It. That was the first, my first horror experience, and I've loved them ever since. I never imagined necessarily being in them when I was young. But then as I was an actor and started auditioning for film and TV, horror was what I started looking at the beginning. I guess because, I don't know, I kind of look otherworldly and pale, and it just kind of works, I guess, for horror films. And so I've done quite a few. I did one last year, actually, called Two Witches. So I'm excited for this. I love doing horror films. I love watching them. I love doing other things as well, but they're always fun to come back to, especially explore the different subgenres. Like you said, you know, I've done a slasher, I've done a creature feature, I've done psychological, I've done ghosts. So
You've done it all.
I haven't played one yet, so this will be interesting. I'm excited to do this. So yeah, I think they're a lot of fun. They're not scary when you're on set, so it's always fun to watch them afterwards and see how everything translated. And sitting in the audience while you're watching for the first time and having people jump is awesome.
That's so cool. Ryan, what about you? What are you looking forward to most about the horror thriller part of this?
I mean, I think it's the process of creating that thrill, because what's interesting about filmmaking that was the biggest, you know, I still go back to Jurassic Park, which is a thriller. I was petrified. You know, I was, you know, young enough, and I had nightmares from it, and it was like I want to say like a few years later, you know, back when I was watching, it was like barely out on VHS, so behind the scenes on DVDs wasn't really a thing yet. It had to come out on like PBS, you know, something like that later on. And so my dad was watching a documentary with James Earl Jones as the host, describing how Jurassic Park was made, which is the behind the scenes. And I was blown away that the dinosaurs were not real. You know, I was blown away that the ghosts were not real in Jurassic Park. I'm like, how? I mean, obviously dinosaurs don't exist today, but how is this possible? Like, I didn't understand. And so I was realizing how they made these different thrills happen. And so when you're on set, everything just kind of looks ridiculous. You know, people are in harnesses and stuff, and just behind the scenes, The Conjuring, when someone's drug on the floor, and when you see the behind the scenes, they look kind of ridiculous. It's almost like someone just cannot work their parachute, and it's just dragging them across the floor. Literally, they look ridiculous. But after post-production's done, after filming's done, you add in some music, and then the actor is paying attention to whatever the director wants them to, you have a completely different story, completely different. And it's the combination of all those ingredients that, for me, is cool to create. I've never been a really good cook. I just haven't had those genes from my family. The rest of them are great cooks. the ingredients that I understand is how to tell a visual story. And all those things combined is kind of been just invigorating to me. So that's like a elongated answer for what I'm looking forward to. It's one more chance to get on set to create a story that, you know, previously existed in all these separated parts. So, but we have another question here. Lane Colton, is there going to be any mimes in this movie? Also, how do the actors feel about given the opportunity to be in this movie?
Oh, it's two-part. There's no mimes.
Yeah, no mimes. How do the actors feel about being given the opportunity to be in this film? Ava, do you have any comments on that subject matter?
Well, I'm extremely grateful to be a part of this. We have a wonderful cast and crew that I'm really excited to work with. And also just getting into horror, I think, is going to be really fun because I've never really done something like this. And then all the special effects and that scene that you were talking about, Ryan, is going to be really exciting, I think.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm going to be spending a lot of the money for the budget on that scene, but that's the whole point, right, Jen?
I mean, I've actually talked about adding a little bit more and having kind of something happen with Ava towards the window.
Yeah, that would be
Ooh.
fantastic. And I'm just hoping the glass doesn't hurt her too much, but we'll see. Just
Okay,
kidding.
so for those of you who don't know the secrets behind, it's going to be plexi, it's going to be fake, and it's not going to be real, and there's going
I'm
to be
completely kidding.
stunts on set.
Like I said, that scene's going to be a combination of special effects, practical effects, and visual effects, things that happen in the computer. Rebecca, what would be your answer?
Jackson, thank God there are no mimes.
What?
Jackson, that made me laugh.
Me too.
Well, I mean, we might be miming something. No. I want to give a shout out to Matt Hudson, who said, "What's up?" Hey, Matt, thanks for joining us if you're still here. Yeah, no, I am super grateful and really thrilled to be a part of this. Like Ava said, such a great cast and crew. So I'm really excited to see how everything's going to come together and work with you guys finally.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's going to be a really great time. So I'm just really grateful to be on set.
I'm super excited because I love every single person who's a part of this project, and I'm excited for the people who will be a part of the project who haven't had the auditions yet, but the more, you know, people that will be joining us and the crew. But you know, when we work, oh, sorry, what was that, Ryan?
Go ahead, I interrupted you.
Oh, no worries. I was going to say that one of the things about being on our sets is we have a no asshole policy, and we make sure that everyone is treated with respect. And, you know, like when we get on set, we say hi to everyone. It's really important that no one's better than anyone else. And that's how we were on Conrad. And we are so happy that 90% of our crew from Conrad is coming back. Like I just simply sent text messages. They're like, yeah, I'm available. I'm in. And so it's just wonderful to bring everyone back together. We're going to have new people, new faces, new crew that, you know, people who want to build their resumes and things like that. But it's really like a big family. And I just absolutely love my set family. My film family is my everything outside of my husband, you know, and my parents and stuff like that.
Yeah,
but no, it's super exciting to have the opportunity to work with everyone. So
yeah, I was going to say, you know, no position is not important. If I were to ask a PA if they can do something, it wouldn't be something that I would not be willing to do myself. You know, I probably have done that exact same task that you've been asked to do. So again, it kind of goes with the no asshole policy. Yes, Jackson, I know. Should have mentioned that before. Some people just have to be disincluded. We may have to have a little chit chat later.
We're kidding.
Just kidding. Couple things that came up before. Charles, what has been the best part of putting together the film so far?
Oh my goodness.
Jen, you want to give your brief answer on that?
The script, coming up with some of the visuals for our pitch deck and talking about like how we're going to be shooting this has been so exciting. The scouts we've been on and building the team.
Yeah, I mean, for me, I think it's been, you know, once that script was written, doing the breakdown for me was kind of fun because in a way it's the possibilities are just endless, you know, endless money to start with. And then from there you shave that down to what's realistic. But the breakdown for me has been really fun so far, because you can kind of see little, football diagrams of where the quarterback's going to be running, arrows up north and, circles down south, stuff like that. But it just shows how I would break apart and how I'd execute the given page. But that's that answer. Not really an answer, but Phil Miller, thank you very much for that compliment.
Yes, he does. He is incredible.
On the screen, I'm not here to put myself on a pedestal, but thank you very much for that. I do try to work hard, and I just do what I do. Anything else? Comment for Rebecca.
You may cut off my arm with a hacksaw if you let me work. Aww.
Please don't cut your arm off. Not necessary.
Oh my God.
You're so
it says his arm for some reason. That's Well, let's all be safe.
Yeah, no real arms getting cut off.
Indeed.
No need.
The next question did come from Shanice Rhodes. Maybe she'd gotten disconnected at one point. What happened? Not quite sure what that might relate to, but feel free to comment again if there's a follow-up to that. The next actual question, Alexi Angelino. I think I'm pronouncing that right. So are you holding more auditions?
Yes, we are. So we cast some of our main leads, and we have some celebrity talent that joined us, and then we will be having more auditions. We are filming in Chicago. So this is a Chicago SAG union film, and we're really excited. So we will definitely have more auditions. There are many more roles to fill, many more characters that need your beautiful faces. So absolutely, many more people for Millie to haunt.
There we go.
Did you see? That's big. She was like.
And actually, speaking of the hunting, Matt Hudson asked a question. What are some of your favorite go-to elements for horror?
Ryan, take it away.
Well, I think everyone probably has a comment for that, but I'll go first. I love demonic horror. I guess it's not just demonic. It's when you can't see the terror, but you know it's somewhere around you. And I think the first movie where I saw that in was Jaws, and it's such a great example of how a horrible production, horribly over budget, over scheduled, nothing worked. They had like 6 different versions of Bruce the shark, and it never worked. And so Steven Spielberg had to think, well, okay, how do I show this thing without it working? Because he wanted to show it above, pretty much like above water, so you could see the main part of it. And his idea was to show either the fin or show the buoy. And it was a genius idea. The first scene, it's exactly, Matt. It's the tension, the agony of anticipation. When the girl gets thrashed around in the first scene, you can't see anything. It's actually 2 scuba divers pulling her leg underwater, but you would never know that, and you don't care. You're covering your face with your eyes, wanting it to be done. And it's stuff like that it draws me into it. I love when the picture frame just moves a little bit, or when the clock stops, things of that nature. I love demonic horror, spiritual horror, so this movie is based on a lot of that. Now, it's not like there won't be any blood, but we're focusing on the spiritual and demonic horror end of that spectrum. So thank you for the question. Gets me hyped up about it. We had another question, Phil Miller. What main leads are left?
It's a great question. We're actually casting Meredith, which is the mother, and Olivia, who's somewhat of a love interest for Tommy. And we're working on that, and then some other characters as well. So we're very excited. Actually, I was just informed our director, Jeff Hare, is also here. Big shout out to Jeff. Yes.
Hey, Jeff.
Hey.
Hi.
So, yes, he is. He's here. I mean, you can't see him, but he's here now. But yes, we are so thrilled and excited for him. He is incredible and does great things and has some great experience working as a director on some big known projects. So we're very, very overjoyed he's joining the team. He's going to make this thing crazy scary.
Oh, he's so far great to work with, and I cannot wait. We have another question from Jeff Zarinelli. For Ava and Rebecca, you both are going to be great. A true blessing to this film.
Oh, thank you.
That's really sweet. Thank you, Jeff.
Jeff is one of the sweetest people you've ever met in your life. So
Thank you, Jeff.
there we go.
We have a question from Pete Flatham. Would you ever consider another horror movie in the Seattle area? Absolutely. I mean, I love Seattle. Take me to the needle.
You write the film, get it budgeted, and I will be there with my red epic. Don't you worry.
Yeah, so
Not mine, companies.
He's the only one who is. Okay. So I get to hold it when he needs to rest his shoulders. But yes, to answer your question, Lakefront Pictures is our company, and we are producing a lot of projects for other people, which is exciting. If they have a budget for it, we are, we have a full team. We have Red Epic Dragon Cinema Series camera, so it's very high production grade camera. It's used on shows like Stranger Things, Texas Chain, lots of shows and movies that you guys are familiar with. We have a whole package, Dana Dolly lenses. So it's really exciting. We've grown. COVID was definitely tough times for all of us, for everyone. But we are coming out ahead. We're doing everything we can to bring it, as best as we can. So we've had some people reach out to us to help produce their projects. We actually are producing one for a director, Charles, who we're so thrilled to work with. It's a 50 period piece this summer. So we are super excited. So lots of exciting things. So if you are looking for us to film something in Seattle, let us know. We would love to discuss it. So yeah, I don't know if we have any other questions. Thank you so much, Phil, the kind words. So guys, we're really excited. We already have a lot put into this project, both financially, emotionally, and a lot of things have been going on, and we're super excited. Chicago's a great place. Sabin, I love it too. And we're looking for more people to get involved in the project. We are still raising capital. We're still making this project happen. It's going to happen no matter what. But we would love to see who wants to be a part of the exciting work that brings this story to life. So we're giving people opportunities. I think, Jen, you could write a story for my new dolls. Like a scary story?
Like Annabelle?
Oh boy. I couldn't watch that. I was terrified. But it kind of reminds me of The Omen. Did any of you guys watch The Omen? It's like a 1970s. Oh my God. That boy. No. That thing gave me nightmares. Child's Play gave me nightmares. The Talking Doll.
We have one from
Damien.
Kendall. What is your greatest fear, everyone? So, my greatest fear, I think, in general, my fear is just the unknown. It can be exhilarating, but also nervous because I like to be in control of things, and so that also goes for the horror that I cannot see. That's my greatest fear. Jen?
Death. Hospitals, death. That terrifies me.
Ava?
Heights. I'm very scared of, I guess it's not just, it's like falling. I sometimes I have nightmares where I'm just falling in a dark, endless pit of nothing, and I don't know what's behind that, but it's always been like that.
Wow, interesting. So you wouldn't do high rises in the city, huh?
No, I would do it. It's a little creepy, but there are some things that I would consider.
What about you, Rebecca?
Is anything that would scare you?
Greatest fear. I don't really love bugs that fly at me. Not a big fan. Not a big fan of those. I don't know. There's not a lot. I mean, obviously, like the big stuff, like death and just more so how I'm gonna die than like the death part. I think, just because you obviously don't know. I mean, there's that. But as far as just like everyday type things that more that you encounter, I guess, would be just flying bugs of things that fly. Not a big fan. But yeah, I'm not really like, there's not a lot. I don't know.
Good
Before
thing I
we
didn't
wrap-
write like tarantulas or like flying lightning bugs in the story.
Oh no.
That would have been scary.
Before we have a special guest join, we have one
Yes.
question for Ava while we're waiting for that person. How does a very upbeat,
Aw.
I can't even talk tonight. How does a very pretty, upbeat girl get into the mindset of a serious horror role?
That's a sweet question.
We're all-
I don't know how to answer that exactly. It's kind of just like any other role. You just put yourself in the shoes of the character with the right like setting.
Your
you know,
dedication to
everything.
getting the characters, I think.
hmm It also has a lot to do, the set that you're on affects it a lot. Like I feel like it would be hard to get more serious and in a bright, just in your room. But when you're on set and you're surrounded by all of like the elements that create, I think that's easier.
I think one of the cooler parts about this film, and I'm not at all putting down those that work in a studio, or even like just a virtual production or green screen. We're not doing any of that. We're doing things on the set, and so any of the visual effects is gonna be derived from what we capture on set. So you're actually going to be in the area wearing the nasty clothes, whatever the role calls for. So I think that's a nice thing, because sometimes actors, they have to be in a green screen studio, and it's also cool for that. But I think our actors are going to get a special treat for being able to actually experience what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. I think a special guest is joining us shortly as well.
Okay.
So that'll be exciting for everyone. Rebecca's like, ooh, we shall see.
As we wait for that person, we have a question from Alexi Angelino again. What was your inspiration for the film? Have you had real life experiences that are influences?
Yes. I think the family dynamic, there's a couple of moments between the siblings that are very similar to my brother and I. And just the parents are kind of a role reversed. My mom is harder on me than my dad. And in this, we have the father that's really hard on his son. Just their dynamic and their relationship. So yeah, I think that would be pretty much the inspiration and influence. Ryan, are we ready to bring our special guest?
I think we are.
Let's bring him on.
Alrighty.
How do we do it?
Give us 1 second here.
Like,
Ryan's extremely technical. I know nothing. Yeah, Millie, make it
That's
happen.
awesome.
Oh, who's here?
Wow.
So this is Jeff Hare, our director. Jeff, thank you very much for joining.
Hello.
Guys, I'm wearing a 30-year-old t-shirt. I look like an absolute bum.
It's okay.
You look amazing.
Please do not judge.
I'm judging. So yeah, here's Millie and here's Callie. Jeff.
Hey
Hi,
guys.
Jeff.
Really excited about getting to work with you guys.
Us too.
We're super excited.
He knows you
Beautiful.
guys through your auditions, and that's about it.
Exactly.
Which, by the way, they even auditioned. Everyone auditions.
Nice. Yeah, this is going to be great, guys. I'm so excited about this. I wasn't clearly I was actually doing yard work. I wasn't expecting to jump on here, but we all know how persuasive Jennifer is, so here I am.
You're awesome. You're awesome. Here's the thing. He's fabulous, and the fact that you even just jumped on shows your commitment to the team, and is really admirable. I didn't know you were doing yard work, so I'm sorry, but
all right. I absolutely love this project. So anything that needs to be done to get this thing over the top, I am there.
Aw, we love that. Thank you. Yeah, we're so excited with all the things you're going to do and how you're going to make it happen. And we have an incredible team. And like I said to you guys, this is going to be an incredible incredible movie. So you guys have to definitely stay tuned with what's happening with The Curse. Matt Hudson had a question. How did I meet Rebecca? I've seen loads of her work. No one is scarier on screen. And also Jennifer's. So cool that you found each other. Aw. Yeah, Rebecca is scary. I found her on Law & Order. I literally saw her on Law & Order and Criminal Minds. Was like, I have to be her friend. I have to work with her. She's so cool. No, literally, I have this. When I see someone on screen and I think they're super talented, I find a way to connect. I did it with Harry Lennox. I did it with Eric Roberts. I just, I'm very motivated to reach out to people. I feel like the worst thing they do is say no. And I was impressed with her, and I think she's an incredible actress. And I actually, truth be told, part of this was written in with her in mind, and she knew that. So part of my motivation was working with her. And I was like, well, she does really well in horror thrillers and plays scary characters, and I'm going to put one in here, and I'm going to put her in that role, find a way. And then we auditioned her because, you know, there's a process, but I wanted to make sure that we could work together, and so it worked out.
Thank you very much, Jennifer. I'm really excited to be part of this.
Yay.
Wow, thank you, Lane. Not sure if it's a good thing or not, but thank you.
Jeff, do you want to share some of the stuff you've worked on? I know you have a big resume. Just pick something.
Let's see. What do we got? Okay, so
What's on the wall?
Checking Out would be on the wall up there. Let's see. That one was for Bittersweet. Probably the biggest movie I did was Checking Out. Starred the amazing Peter Falk back when he was still with us. Peter Falk, David Paymer, Laura San Giacomo, Judge Reinhold. It was a fun movie to do. Did a movie called Bittersweet with James Brolin and Kip Pardue, and I've been doing TV movies back to back to back for about the past 5 years. So I always seem to be busy. But I've been wanting to do. What type of yard work were you? I love this. Who is Lane Colton? I love this person. I was actually picking grapefruit out of my grapefruit tree, which is just like
fun.
Overflowing with grapefruit now. That is reflected in my style of directing, and that I was doing everything that I could do to not fall off the ladder. So my style of directing is do everything that I can do to not fall off the ladder when I'm working too.
Wow. That's awesome.
So yeah, I'm so excited about this one. I love this script. When I first read it, and I reached out to Enrico because I thought that he would just be perfect for the role of Dan. This has just got such a before I jumped on, I heard you guys talking about The Omen, and this has it's got an older kind of horror feel to it. It's got like a 1970s horror feel, and in my opinion, that was when some of the best American horror movies were being made. Also, not just American horror movies. Dario Argento was doing incredible stuff in Italy, horror in Italy in the 1970s and 80s too. So to me, that was a golden era of horror, and I feel like that's kind of the idea, is recapturing that magic now. And also what Ryan was saying, we don't want to do effects. We want to have the effects that we do happen in camera, and that's also an old school way of doing it, which is being done by a lot of horror directors now. The guy who did the Dr. Sleep and
Mike Flanagan.
Mike Flanagan, thank you. Who said that? Was that Rebecca? Rebecca. Yes, Mike Flanagan is doing amazing work, and the work that he's doing, a lot of it, I'd say lion's share of it is done in camera. So that's the kind of stuff that we're planning on doing as well.
Sarah Smansky. Hi, Simi. You don't remember? Yes. There are a lot of changes. I can send it to you. Sarah is fantastic. She'll read everything. There's definitely been major changes to the original concept. It's scarier. It's got a lot of depth to it. It's got a very fun cliffhanger ending. So there's that for the sequels. So yeah, I will send a, here's the deal. For the next person who gives us $5 even, okay, we're on here. We will give a shout out to that person because we're all here. You can get a shout out from any one of us. You choose, or all of us. Yeah, super excited, guys. We are excited that you're all here. Lane Colton says, the fans love you, Mr. Jeff. Keep the train moving. Great work every time, man. Aw.
Love you, Lane Colton.
That's awesome. That is awesome. See, Jeff, it was all worth coming on here. You made a new friend.
I know. How about it?
No, we're super excited that everyone has joined us. Ryan, is there anything exciting you want to share about what you're looking forward to most?
Well, I'm looking forward to having a successful end to our campaign. And honestly, I'm looking forward to getting on set for that first day. The tech scout, yeah, you're like a pretty darn good step in that door, but I want to get to that first day on set and to my most favorite scene with Ava. Ava and Rebecca, and
that's all you're gonna say about it.
I'm looking forward just to getting on set because I really want to make this thing happen. I really do. We have some cool things that we want to do with this thing, and it's going to be a blast. It really will. But we got to get there first. You cannot do the cart before the horse in this business. When you can, you just won't like the outcome.
Right.
By the way,
yeah.
We just got a $5 donation from Angela Joseph.
Gosh.
So Angela Joseph, shout out from all of us. Hi, Angela.
Thank you.
Thank you. Let's crush this stretch goal. Yeah, guys, $28,000 on Indiegogo. Can we talk about this for a second? How many times do people do Indiegogos and you can't get? I mean, this is amazing. People are so excited about The Curse. They're like, I've got to see this movie, and they just keep giving money. I mean, you guys are amazing. So thank you. Everyone
it's
wants
really
to...
awesome.
Yeah, it's been pretty remarkable. Ava had some donors from her fans. They pooled together, and Ava, you want to give them a shout out?
Oh my gosh. Thanks everyone who donated on my behalf, I guess, from my fan base. It's really sweet. It's really awesome because you don't think, I don't know, it's, they're people who really do support you. And love what you do, which is really cool.
You on that. In fact, don't we have a few perks, or I hope they're not taken by now, but don't we have a few perks where that's directed towards Ava that she'll give shout outs and stuff to specific folks from the campaign, or are those already taken? I know some of them were just sold out.
We do. We had someone who did that, and then we have a signed poster by Ava.
Okay.
That's true. Yeah, you have a fan.
Does anyone know which perk that is? I don't recall offhand.
That would be, I think that was a $300 perk.
Okay.
Guys, Ava has a massive following on social media. She does TikTok. She does all sorts of videos, lots of fun pictures. Ava's pretty popular on there.
It's warn everyone. Get a special shout out from the star of The Curse, from a star from Ava Bianchi. So look for the $750 perk on our campaign. I'll share that in the comments here. So please visit the campaign. And
if you do it tonight, we'll even do a special, and we'll do it for $300.
Indeed. So there you go, everyone. Link to the campaign, and Ava will do a special shout out for you.
That's true.
When you get a shout out from Ava, your heart melts and you feel like you're a changed man or a changed woman. I feel like a new man right now.
Ryan, you're awesome.
I'm forever changed.
Let's also not forget that a $300 donation, I'll also let you do yard work with me too. So there's that.
There you go.
Oh, that's huge. Everyone's got to jump on that.
and pick grapefruit with me.
So the deal is, if they donate money, they can pay to work. That makes
Yeah.
sense.
Shout out to Matt Hudson.
I think that's illegal in most states.
Probably pay to play. Yes.
Well, I'm gonna give a quick shout out to Matt Hudson.
Yes.
Thank you so much for your $25 donation.
Matt.
Thank you, Matt.
Well, no, don't cut your arm with a chainsaw or a hacksaw. That's not allowed.
No,
oh my
Matt,
gosh.
I
He
just have
told
to
us
say,
earlier he was gonna cut his arm off.
Oh, good
yeah,
Lord.
don't do that.
You did say that.
I just want to say thank you, Matt. He has been a huge supporter of mine and always watches everything and always has amazing feedback for me. And he's an awesome actor. So thank you so much, Matt, for supporting us.
Nice.
You know, I think we all get so busy that we often either forget, or for me, I don't even realize how much support is actually out there because I'm so used to it just in the minutia. However, Rebecca, there is a contract term that you must do. He'll like you as long as we get it in one take. So the camera can't do any more than 2 takes. It's a limitation. So that is your goal. So,
Well, that's what they call me. One
there you
take.
go.
So there we go.
Wow. Wow.
Don't hold me to that. I'm kidding. I'm totally kidding.
Mrs. Kim says she can make it look like he got it cut off. Oh, so artist Mrs. Kim, are you an SFX? Do you do makeup? Do you do blood and all that gory stuff?
We'll learn in a second.
I've seen some prosthetics.
So
Kim,
Jeff,
it's
I
great.
am curious. We had a couple questions before you got on, but one of them was relating to what element of horror, specifically of this project, drives you.
We talked about this in our first ever phone call. It's theater of the mind. It is what you're putting in people's heads, not necessarily what you're showing them on screen.
Sure.
Everything can be explained when you show people things. When you put images into their heads, then they have to live with them, and this is where nightmares begin. That to me is the most exciting part of any kind of a horror project. It's what you don't show. And the thoughts and the images that you're putting into people's heads, that's where true horror comes from.
That's very true.
I can't
That's
find the
very-
original question to post it, but that it was somewhere around there.
Oh, that's actually really interesting that you say that because
it was from Rebecca's favorite, Matt Hudson.
Yeah, that to me is the number one favorite go-to element, beyond a doubt. Put it, making everybody realizing that it's theater of the mind, and what we can show in blood and gore, that's not necessarily scary, but the images that we can put, the indelible images that we can put into people's minds. That's why we keep coming back to movies like The Omen you mentioned, The Shining, The Exorcist, which The Exorcist was on last night, and I had to watch the last 20 minutes of it. Those kinds of films will be forever in our minds because of how well they were done. And it's not necessarily about showing everything. It's about creating a mood and letting that mood really take over and dig it deep into people's dig it deep into people's souls. That's horror.
yeah.
So Jen, your question to artist Mrs. Kim was this: this person does some SFX.
Oh, nice. Very cool.
So, artist Mrs. Kim, if you want to visit lakefrontpictures.com, you can send us a message and we can see where any collaboration might be possible. You can just contact us through there.
Ryan, that's awesome. You guys don't realize the power of I don't want to social media, but connecting with people. I mean, even with COVID, we've all learned to connect in so many different ways and elevate each other. And we're here on a live feed and we're learning about some of the talents that you guys have. And we're like, hey, let's collaborate. Artist Mrs. Kim. We don't know who you are, but it sounds like you've got some skills and hey, they could be beneficial on set. So why not? So, guys, keep up with, letting us know what you're doing, what you're up to. And, like I said, there's some amazing ways to get involved. We have props from set that you can earn a perk. and have an opportunity to get something that RJ does on set, or he's in law school, so there's some cool stuff there. But yeah, many ways to get involved and get experience. Oh, shout out, so thank you. Ava, you want to say thanks?
Hey, Mom and so. That's my mom and sister. Hi.
Oh,
They're sweet. They're sweet. They're actually in LA right now visiting.
Oh, very nice.
again.
Oh, that's cool.
They can come over and help out.
Hey, Lisa, want to earn a perk? $300, you can help with the backyard of our director.
Exactly.
That's quite the perk. You could get a grapefruit.
Yep.
That's pretty awesome. Oh, well, thank you, Lisa. Thank you so. Lisa's also involved. We're so thankful. Artist Mrs. Kim is a friend of Angela's. How nice. How nice. Guys, this
Very
is so
sweet.
exciting. Sorry, what, Ryan?
No, it was very sweet of them, and very sweet of Angela to thank them publicly like that. So.
Yeah, no, very nice, very nice. So yeah, this is going to be a great project. Angela, I don't know if you have anything you want to add. I know in closing, there's probably so much more we can add. And Jimmy, so big shout out to Jimmy Starr and Angela, the Curse publicists who put this together and helped organize this and who come up with fantastic ways to get the project out there. We could not have done this without them. So just a big shout out to Angela and Jimmy Jimmy has gotten us 305 publications all over the states. And they have been rock stars, like 24. I can't even keep up with the text messages. And guys, if you know me, I text more than anyone. Okay? No, they are doing more than I am. And that's crazy. And it's amazing. But Angela has been an incredible, oh my God, Simi, thank you. Guys, we have to give a shout out to Sarah Szymanski. We have to say, yes, Sarah Szymanski.
Sarah.
Yeah, heck yeah. But yeah, Angela and Jimmy, big kudos to you guys from us. Awesome. Guys, this is amazing.
This is really cool.
Yeah, no, this is great. You guys, if you have any questions, anyone wants to reach out, we're on all the social media pages. We're at 75 backers. We need 2 more for 77 for the bonus perk. We have a big bonus perk. So 2 more backers and we get the bonus perk. So whoever is the 77th backer gets a really, really cool perk.
Grapefruit.
Jeff, that gets me up in the morning. Grapefruit.
That's all I'm going to be thinking about now.
That stuff gives me heartburn. That's amazing. That's amazing. Who's going to be our 77th? Let's make it happen. No, guys, so we are excited to bring this thriller to all of you, and we're excited to get filming. We're going to be in Chicago. We're going to have lots of fun out here in Chicago, some great places that we're filming at. So yeah, other than that, I think we're doing pretty great. Angela, Jimmy, if you guys want to pop on and say hi. Or they can
may or may not be able to.
No worries. We're just excited that everyone's. Oh, there she is.
Here's
the publicist.
Yeah, forever putting me on the spot. I'm back there doing the side work.
You're amazing.
No worries.
I was putting this nice banner up because we are now at $28,210.
Ah,
25 backers. That's 112%, you guys, of our $25,000 goal. We are. Go ahead, Jennifer, do the math on that. Less the from the $30,000 for our first stretch goal, which we will be going in demand on Friday, you guys. No matter what, at this point, we're going in demand because we're already over our goal. And then we'll be able to continue to help through the production of this film to continue funding it. So thank you, everybody, for all of your support in backing this film. Ryan, please keep doing a refresh so we don't miss a 76 and 77. I think we can get 77 in the stream and then sign off. And
hopefully.
Definitely, definitely. And I think we should set up a long-term goal for till maybe Wednesday or Thursday, Jen. Whoever is the 77th backer, if they can do that during the live feed, they're going to get that bonus perk as well as the extra shout out from everybody here, from our director Jeff Hare to our writer, producer, and actress Jennifer Goodman Karum, Ryan Atkins, and Ava Bianchi, and Rebecca Kennedy. So everybody here is going to be able to give them that special 77th backer shout out. But I think we extend something for our 100th backer a little bit down the road this week so we can keep this momentum going. And Jennifer, you can think of some nice bonuses for the 77th and the 100th.
Absolutely. We're so thankful that you guys all joined us. We will definitely have something pretty exciting. Maybe we can have a little chat with our friends RJ and Enrico and see if the 100th backer can get a little something from them. Maybe a little shout out, maybe a little video of like, hey there. So let's see what we can come up with, guys. So you guys are fans of Galaxy Quest. Enrico Colantoni. He's
from Mars.
Yes. I mean, person of interest, just shoot me.
Amazing. Amazing. So Jennifer, here's my recommendation. We are going to be ending, Friday? If we can set up another feed, we can see about getting RJ, Enrico, and Jeff, of course, and everybody here to come back and see if we can do a final one before we're all wrapped up.
Sure, I'll see what everyone's
What
up
we can
to.
do.
All right, that sounds wonderful. I'm going to go back into the green room, and you guys keep hyping it. We are 2 backers away. Who's going to be the next one? We need 76 and 77, and we can call it a night.
Okay. All right. I don't know who's going to be our backer, but I'm very, very curious who that's going to be. And I know Jeff Zaranelli is a painter. And Jeff, you are almost done making something really cool. So I think, I don't know if Jeff Zaranelli is still on here. I can't tell. But he has made something very exciting and very cool, which I am pretty willing to say will go to somebody who is a backer on this project. But yeah, guys, it looks like Angela's saying 2 more, and then we're at 77. So we are almost there. Jeff, do you have any other questions? Oh, you're almost there. Almost there with what? The painting? Curious what he meant by that.
We have one more backer that we need towards 77. We're at 76.
Oh, who did we get? Who did we get for 76?
I did a refresh, and the campaign's now at 76.
Oh my goodness. Well, we need to find out who it was. So let's check it out. Let's see who it was. Angela is in the green room, but I think we can find out who it is and then give that person a shout out. Wendy Allen Wright says, hi, she's driving and can't join, Rebecca.
Tell her I said hello.
Hello. So Alexi Angelino, big shout out to Alexi, $5.
Thank you, Alexi.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Nice. Okay, we're one more away. One more away from Angela's 77.
Come on, guys, one more.
We can do this.
We can do this.
No, we'll stop bothering you. No.
I didn't know we were.
We won't stop bothering you. Maybe for the night.
Just
Yeah.
for the night, at least. Nobody wants Millie to haunt them, so.
No, we need one more. And
One more.
And I'll even give you guys a clue what this is going to be. It's going to be a shout out from Enrico.
Oh, nice.
Ooh.
Let's get a shout out from Enrico.
It can't be right this second, but you will get it. We will get your email and you will get a little shout out.
Indeed.
So who is going to be the 77? $5, guys. That's it. And you can see your friend at Galaxy Quest. Oh my gosh. Lisa just donated $100 from the East Coast family of Ava.
Wow.
Yay!
Oh,
You guys
that's
are
so
going to get a
sweet.
shout out. Number 77. That's amazing, Lisa.
Thank
So the
you,
East
Lisa.
Coast-
Love you, Mom.
Thank you.
So the East Coast family is going to be getting a shout out from Rico. Yeah, guys, this was great. Great job, everyone. I didn't know we were going to be doing this, but Angela always has an amazing plan, and I love what she does. And we are so excited, guys. We have incredible producers on the back end.
Wait a minute, Jordan just donated.
Oh, Jordan.
Jordan just donated.
Oh my God.
Jordan.
Oh my
Okay,
goodness.
we'll get him a shout out too, because it was a tie. Oh, thank you, Jordan.
Great.
You
Thank
guys
you,
are
Jordan.
amazing. You guys are amazing. So Angela, what are we at right now? Let's refresh that moving scroll. We are at the final backer. We got what we.
Well, it has the update. I think we're at 78 actually.
Oh my gosh, you guys! We even went into demand on that.
So Angela's doing her thing.
You guys are amazing. Angela says, "Give me a moment." See, I get excited. I know I have to learn. So you guys, thank you so much. This is awesome. This is awesome. Great questions, great things going on. This is perfect. Oh, Ian, we appreciate you. Looks like you're somewhere very fun. Where's that Getty Images picture? I'm curious. You look all dapper in your tuxedo. So we have a lot of people over from California and New York. Some great people visiting on tonight's little feed. Jeff, we appreciate you quitting the gardening to visit us and letting the grapefruits.
Silly clown movie.
28,265 at 113%. 5 days left. Awesome. Awesome
There
work,
you go.
guys. Awesome. Well,
Thank
thank
you,
you, everyone,
everyone,
for being here tonight. We appreciate you. We appreciate all of you backers who joined us and helped bring us to our closer to our goal. Artist Mrs. Kim, the Clown Motel 2 premiere. That's really cool. We have one more question before we are in closing, and then we are at 1735 to 3K. That's amazing. Does Miss Bianchi enjoy going to the beach?
Random question. I love the beach. The beach is a wonderful place.
I think I think if
that's all.
someone didn't like the beach, I'd wonder if they were okay.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Awesome. Well, everyone, I think this is our goal for tonight. I think
Yep.
we got to what we wanted to do. I didn't even know we were doing that. I think it was great that Angela put this together. Thank you. And we hope everyone has a great night. 5 days left. Let's keep getting it. We're going to make a great movie, and all of you are going to get to be a part of it.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you,
Thank
everyone.
you so much.
All right.
Have a great night. Thanks for joining us.
Bye-bye.
Bye,
Bye-bye.
everyone.